is absolutely traumatized. It's coming whether we like it or not. I think that AI is actually the Antichrist. The AI will hijack our.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the amazing Psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing today?
I am doing amazing, Mr. Photon. How are you?
Doing all okay. So we're going to probe Mr. Peter Thiel, as we've done before in the past. He's recently moved to Buenos Aires, away from the United States. We're going to find out why. And I also want to find out why he's talking so much about the Antichrist. I've watched like 2 or 3 different interviews where he keeps bringing this up, connecting it to artificial intelligence. And there's reports of a few people that have gone to his like private seminars, and he seems to be talking about it there as well. Yeah, let's bring in Mr. Peter Thiel.
Okay. All right.
So let's get into it. What is his fascination with the Antichrist?
What is your fascination with the Antichrist? He believes the Antichrist is coming.
Okay. He doesn't think that there's someone now that's the Antichrist.
Do you think that there's someone now that there could be very many possibilities? Yes.
And is he really like, what's his true feelings on like his faith? Is he like super ultra Christian? Like, where is these ideas coming from?
Where are these ideas coming from? You know what? I'll tell you why. The amount that you can actually surveil people,
Hmm,
it's actually created a large disturbance within his psyche. He
interesting.
is absolutely traumatized by the power of surveillance. He knows what's coming, and he knows that because he's handed the keys over and the initial tools, it's actually created a lot of trauma within him. I
Okay,
would say he's kind of unwell.
interesting. So is he, this is what I heard. Obviously, I can't prove this. I heard reports that, believe it or not, Joe Rogan and one of his friends went to one of his private meetings, and he was talking about how he wants to personally reenact Revelation in some way with technology. Is that true that he believes that? And what does he mean by that?
Do you want to reenact Revelation? It's coming whether we like it or not.
So he believes that the end times, like in the biblical sense, are going to play out in the modern world in our lifetime. Is that what he believes?
You believe that the end times are going to play out? He knows that. He's saying to me his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. He knows that. And do
Okay.
you think that AI is actually the Antichrist? Yes.
That was my next question, as usual. Yeah. So the things that he's seen through the surveillance that have scared him or brought fear into his psyche, are they primarily to do with AI or are they from other things?
They primarily to do with AI. It's all to do with AI.
Okay. What did he see in particular, or what is the overarching theme that has made him so fearful?
What is the overarching news matrix? It's the power of technology, right? He believes that it is going to destroy the lives of many, many people, whether they are aware of it or not. It is going to destroy us as human beings. It is going to make us into tech technobots, or
Like,
we are no longer going to operate as human beings. That's why he believes this is the Antichrist. Now, somewhere in there, he mentioned the word Armageddon. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's saying this will lead to Armageddon. This will lead to breakdowns in societies, breakdown in governments. He believes that there's going to be total anarchy. revolts, coups, that this is going to lead to people to be out of control. So why would you move to South America? What makes you think that there will be less hassle down there? Because they're years behind us with regards to this type of technology. He believes that the USA is going to be the absolute king of this technology. And he believes that at least that will be moving at a much slower pace than the USA. He thinks this is the end of times. He thinks that, honestly, he thinks that tech is going to bring about the end of times. We're entering into it, and we're going to go into this like scenario where, it's every man for themselves. And then the Armageddon comes.
Hmm. Would he classify himself as someone like Ray Kurzweil? You familiar with him, Liz?
No.
So Ray Kurzweil is a technologist. He's pretty much predicted a lot of the stuff that's come with AI and robotics, 20, 30 years ago. And he kind of believes that human beings are going to be turning into another species over time as we merge with technology, like, physically and also with our psyches as well. Like he's someone that believes one day we will be able to download our consciousness into a computer and have immortality that way. That's kind of like the way that he thinks. If you read a lot of this stuff, it kind of points to he believes that AI was kind of could become like a god and it's going to, replace nature and things like that. So does Peter Thiel feel like he's in that group of people, a belief system, or is he against that?
They are in that group of people.
Transhumanism would be the term if you want to ask him.
Transhuman. Oh, firmly, firmly, he does. Yes.
So it seems on the surface that he's holding two opposing views. He seems concerned that humanity will destroy itself, yet he's classifying himself as a transhumanist. Does he see that as holding two opposing views?
Do you see that as holding us to? No, it's inevitable that that's where we're going.
Okay. And so does he think as transhumanism goes that we will no longer cease to be human beings like physically or emotionally or, psychically, with our minds? Like what, or is it all of the above?
Psychologically, he believes that the AI will hijack our psyche. Physically, he believes that there will be no point to having a physical existence and that we will be completely disconnected from our emotions.
And so let's bring in it. So, okay, this is what Peter Thiel believes. Let's bring in somebody else so that we can ask. Like, he's pretty worried about the United States. Let's bring in the founding fathers to see what's actually going to be coming down the pike in the near future.
Okay.
Do they think that his concerns are valid in the near future, that we will have a complete collapse of civilization and we will no longer be humans in the modern world?
In the near future, is this? No,
Okay. Now, looking far off down the line, is this where we're headed? Like 50,
somewhat.
some,
Yes.
okay. But it's not going to be in the lifetimes of you and I?
No,
Okay. All right.
not this current lifetime. Maybe
Okay.
when we recycle back in here.
Right. Okay. So next life cycle for us, unfortunately, maybe facing that future. Um, what's going on with Peter Thiel? Is he losing his mind? Is he, rightfully fleeing? Does he really know something that we don't that's that pressing that he's getting out of Dodge? Or is it
He
paranoia?
does. He
Okay.
does. I
Okay.
mean, his assumptions are not totally inaccurate. It's just going to take a while to come into fruition. The problem is because he's so high tech, he can see the inevitable that will come eventually. But listen, human don't be so doom and gloom. Humans always have a way of adjusting and surviving.
Right.
Um, he may be so robotic now with all of this tech that he has forgotten that humans will always adjust and survive.
Yeah.
We are still very malleable creatures, even though he is saying to me that he believes that the AI will bring about total mind control. He believes that we will be under 100% government mind control, absolutely without a shadow of a doubt, that they'll just feed us whatever they want to feed us through the technology. So, but I'm saying, well, that's nothing new because they did that with the TV and the radio. You know
Right.
what I
The
mean? It's
newspaper
nothing
before that.
new.
But I think, and I'm speculating that he's seen something about maybe I mean now it's probably it used to be implantable technology, and now it's like wearable technology, and
Hmm.
soon it may be telepathic technology. Is there any truth to that? Is that the evolution of what he's fearing?
Telepathic technology. Yes, that is, he is scared of the telepathic technology. He says we're not that far away from that.
Yeah, I've seen stuff along those lines too. Right now, they're at the what I've seen is that they're at the level of wearable technology that can transmit thoughts into your brain, and images into your brain and sounds into your brain. But at some point, it will be wireless, so they'll be able to beam that
Oh,
into your brain, right? It's the next
so let's
evolution.
ask. Let's ask that. I had no idea. Let's ask. So, wearable technology, does that send transmissions into the brain that controls the thoughts? He believes so, yes. Now, the founding fathers disagree with him, but I mean, as long as the dissenting voices are not stamped out, right? And that they are able to reach a wider audience, you can, you can avert a lot of the control,
Mm.
but you have to be one of those people that does that. Not everyone does that. Lots of people are sheeple, aren't they? Um,
Hmm.
so hopefully you don't want to be a sheeple in the future because being a sheeple and being controlled by tech is dangerous. I mean, look, even on the Facebook feed, right? I may like one post and it may be something that is, look, let's just say it criticizes the government, okay? Or something like, we pay taxes when we wake up, we pay taxes when we die, one of those posts, right?
Hmm.
And I may like that post. Yeah, that's true. We pay taxes on the money that we've already earned to be taxed, and we're taxed some more and taxed again and taxed when we buy food. Okay. But then I notice a shift. And now I start getting more anti-government things in my news feed,
Uh-huh.
right? And then
Yeah.
more, and then more, and then more, and then more. And then you go onto YouTube and suddenly all these polls pop up. Do you agree that the government should be taxing people when they've paid off their mortgages? Do you? And it's like they're trying to steer me down a particular direction, and I may not even be consciously aware of it. Clearly, I am. But what about the people that aren't consciously aware of it? So it's like they cater to your line of thinking. So
Hmm.
if you're a hard right, Christian person, you like a post and then it's all hard right Christian, news feeds that are coming at you. And I don't know why they do that. Or if you're a hard left, now it's all hard left info being thrown at you. Can
Yeah,
I ask him?
it's an attention. It's basically we're in an attention economy, so they're going to feed you whatever it is that you're going to put the most attention on. So the algorithm searches for that and puts you in an echo chamber. So it just like keeps feeding you that what you want.
Yes, but it also just keeps building more of your personality, your energy field around that line of thought when maybe you didn't have that line of thought in the first place. Maybe you just liked one post, but
Hmm.
now you're getting hammered with all of these thoughts and opinions that are headed in that direction. So let's ask him. Why does tech do this? Why does tech, you like one post that says, you pay tax when you're born and you pay tax when you die and you're taxed all the way through life. Why is it that would lead to an onslaught of posts of anti-government sentiment trying to steer my line of thinking in a particular direction, just as it would if you're hard left, hard right, whatever your religious beliefs are? Why, why do they do that? To make you stay, to make you only get your source of news from them. They want to hold you in that space for as long as possible. And if
Hmm.
that is the only space that feeds you this sort of, now your conscious mind has been rearranged to agree consistently and several times per day down that line of thought, it almost is it an addiction? It is. I knew it.
Oh,
It's an
absolutely.
addiction. It's an addiction. So now I need more posts like that. Now I need more information like that. It's basically catering to the consciousness and the addictive brain that we're going to hold you here, because holding you here means that our statistics are going up and we are able to push more things in that line of thinking. Like, for example, again, going back to the tax post, then I started getting news feeds for like generators. Oh, what are you going to do when, you know,
Yeah,
everybody
freeze dried
overthrows?
food. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, overthrows the government and there's no more electricity and there's no more water. And now you're going to need a generator and a self-sustaining water rain barrel and this and that. It's like, what? But it takes you down that path and it closes off all other available information to steer you that way.
sure. Yeah. To sell you more information, sell your data, but it's you're right, it's addiction with dopamine. You get a dopamine hit for everything. So they try and get you. They get as little many dopamine hits as they can to keep your attention so that you stay in that bubble and they can feed you what they want through advertising and everything else. So
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
we
I
are.
mean, that's crazy. So let's ask him, is that what you're afraid of? He's very afraid. The tech has actually given this man PTSD.
Okay, what's he doing personally to avoid this if he's so afraid, besides moving to Buenos Aires?
What are you doing personally to avoid it? He's trying to unplug.
Okay. So does he use social media at all? Like how's he unplugging? Does he not have a cell phone?
Do you not have it? He does. He has all of those things.
Okay.
Are you using social media? No. So he will use tech for business, but he's completely come away from social media. Are you not watching YouTube? No. Are you on any of the Facebooks or the Instagrams or the FaceTubes or whatever you want to call them, TikToks or whatever they are? Are you on any of that? No. No, he is not. Would you recommend going forward that people spend as little time on social media as possible? Absolutely 100%. Now, the problem is with YouTube, YouTube is such a place of so much information. Would you actually recommend people stay away from YouTube? What if they're using it to learn mathematics or to learn a language or something like that? Useful tools only. But as for his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinion, he is closing down social media. Does he even have a Twitter account? Do we know? I feel he does. Yes, he does.
How does he use AI or does he not use AI?
He uses AI. Oh, he uses AI all the time.
He doesn't have a problem with that.
No, and don't forget, he's got a custom built house in Argentina surrounded by tech.
Right. Okay. All right.
This guy is PTSD to the max.
Okay. Is there any other things that he can share with us that he's come across in the surveillance state, that he's seen besides AI that spooked him?
Are there any other things that have spooked you? It all spooks him. All of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And what about when we go into a cashless society? That's scary too. Although this guy doesn't pay cash for any. But let's ask this question. Is this why you kind of moved to Argentina? Because it's still a cash-based society? Yes. Now, see, we've gotten that before. That because people are like, well, where do we go? Where are we going to go if everybody is tracking and tracing and all this stuff? Where you want to go are the societies that are still dealing in cash.
Right. Yep. I agree. I do agree. Well, all right. I think our brains are fried. We've been doing
Yeah.
videos for a while today, so we might have to cut this one. But it was very interesting to hear Mr. Thiel, his views on the future, paranoid or not, of what's coming down the pike. And obviously, he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's moved his empire down to Latin America. So very interesting. Is there anything else before we leave this?
No, no, but I mean, I can understand how he has been traumatized by this. So, yeah, no, this is great. So, thank you, Mr. Photon, for putting this together for us. We learned so much. I learned because you guys request all this stuff and our team puts it together, like Mr. Photon. We're not a multi-million dollar outfit, right? That has all these teams of researchers. We're almost like a one-man band or maybe a four-man band here. So thank you so much. And please, Mr. Photon's tip jar is listed in the comments down below.
Thanks very much.